For people who don't know, I just ended up traveling with most of my household to the Philippines, and I just got back. Holy fuck. It's good to be back. This is the first time I've ever had a tropic vacation. And this is the first time I've ever had a resort vacation. This is a doubly like first time thing for me. Also the first time I've been to the Philippines. It's a very interesting vacation in general. It was a great experience. The fans there are very, very loving. A little too much. I don't think I love myself as much as they love me. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the trip. So before I left, I was like, I don't know what to bring. Maybe I should buy some new stuff. So I went on Amazon, bought some random shit, and I didn't even try any of it on. I just threw it in my luggage and went over there. I hated half the things I bought, by the way, which was made it extra funny. We ended up going to two places. So we ended up going to Manila and Boracay. Let's talk a little bit about what happened in the capital. We land in Manila and we're with a bunch of people. The people who run, I think ArcLight is their name. We get there and this is the start of like the most elongated joke or situation I don't know. I celebrated Broden's birthday for like a week and we were only in the Philippines for a fucking week. So we get there, the first thing to do is we get a 2-hour Jollibee birthday. We're all with our stump-ass hats on and we're going to Jolly Town, guys.
She a baddie, she showing her panty. She shake it like jelly. 100 bands of Chanel, but I'm
That's Yum. He's my favorite. And like, let me tell you something about the Philippines. I mean this in the best way possible. They shake ass there. Not only can they sing well, they culturally grew up to throw it down. All the people I met, like all the employees at Jollibee, everyone is like, fuck it. And they're just waiting for an excuse to throw it down. And I'm just like, that is fucking crazy. We did challenges like, hey, all 5 guys versus 5 girls. You have to order yourselves by how many letters are in your full name. I was paired up with Toast in one of these challenges as well, with and against staff. And we lost because the people at the end couldn't differentiate between 12 and 13. And our opponents, the girls, had a woman with 31 letters in her full name. And I'm just like, we fucking suck ass. There's no fucking way. And so me and Toast had to do a punishment. Actually, in this country, it's like a punishment just means you're dancing. So let me go pull up something else here.
bitch. You not even the fault. I be going hard.
And then Toast did one as well. Let me go see if I can see the Toast one. This one's fucking good too. Every party punishment is either a dance or some embarrassing stuff. Yeah. So one of the things about this trip that was kind of unfortunate was that we had no time. In Manila, we were kind of like railroaded to like, all right, we go to the hotel, we go to Jollibee. We ended up not eating a lot of food in Manila, like just straight up. The event was also sponsored by Jollibee. So I think we had Jollibee the day before for Broden's birthday. And then the second day, there was Jollibee before the event and then Jollibee at the event. And I think Jollibee, at that point, I'm like, I love Jollibee, but like, you slow down a fucking bit, man. But I had lechon for the first time at the bar because they ordered lechon from one of the delivery services and it's called Rico's. They just bring you this fucking fat ass box. It's a full fucking pig. And it is delicious. What I quickly realized in the country is everything is fatty. Lechon is so fatty. And then they gave us God's gift to man, which is their spicy vinegar. And it is the best vinegar I've had in my life. It's one of the best like things to put on food I've ever had. Giga top tier. Yeah, it's called Suka. So they got us the whole pig and we went to sleep afterwards. The day after, we went over to the location and we sat there for rehearsal. We were there for 4 hours before the event started doing rehearsal. There were 3 different events, events like Eat or Dare. I wanted to eat and so did everyone else. So the dare didn't even matter. The dare was like, I don't know, do a fucking dance.
The dare that I want Scarra to do is to dance spaghetti pababa on video.
Like shake your ass for a little bit. And I'm like, bro, I just want to fucking eat, you know? The balut is surprisingly terrible. I like egg, okay? And balut is like, it's like first you crack it open, you drink the liquid, then you take out the white stuff, which is, it's like an egg shape, right? You take out the white stuff, which I think is the unfertilized egg or like whatever. Like you're not supposed to eat it. So you take that, you throw it away, and you eat the rest of it. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. Not for me. Okay. But I tried it, and so that was one of the segments. Other segment was like they'd say a prompt, and you would say like, who would this describe? Like, person who lies the most, and it would be like Sean or Broden or something like that. Person most likely to get drunk, and it was like, I don't know my name, but that's not really.
Who is most likely to get drunk on a night out? You can sit down.
There's one already scratching his head.
Like, it's really just more Danny than me, but like, you know, it's not a big deal. And the third event was what's in the box. And so like you'd stick your hands in and the person who's your teammate would guess what it was. Let me just say, I am terrible. Well, I'm maybe not terrible at this, but like, you're not supposed to say what the word was. So I'm like trying to describe things and I can't, because I'm just like, I know what it is. It's a mechanical fish, but I can't say fish. I can't say mechanical. So I'm like, it's something that swims in the water that is robotic. And Danny was just like, what the fuck is this guy smoking, bro? He said submarine. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? But that was a good time. And then there was one segment which I didn't realize. People at the very beginning could put their name in the hat and they would call to challenge someone on stage in Tekken. The night before, I'd already met a person who was top 8ing all the events. I'd met like their pros in the scene. So I was like, oh, fuck, man. Who am I gonna get? And are they gonna choose me? And everyone's convinced I was gonna get chosen. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen. And it happened. The first person came up and chose me. And I don't know how good they are. And then they gave me a PlayStation controller. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Who the fuck plays on this shit? And like, I'm trying to figure out how to use my hands for the controller. So I have this grip. There was no button check. And so I'm just like, I don't know my heat or my rage button. So at one point during the thing, I pressed all 4 trigger buttons. And I hope to God it prioritized the rage first, and it did. And I ended up winning the round. But I won like 3-1 or something. I don't think I hit a single fucking combo when I was up there, but it was fucking funny. Then afterwards, let me fucking tell you how it happened afterwards. At this point, it's about a 4-hour event. We're feeling pretty good, honestly. We've been there the whole day, but not a big deal. Then we get to the meet and greets, and I was not prepared for it. Because time-wise, it was like, oh yeah, you'll do a meet and greet for like 2 hours. Okay, no big deal. Made 2 hours and 30 minutes, not a big deal. I think on the thing, it said 90 minutes, which is an hour and 30 minutes, okay? The first group did it for 3.5 hours. And the second group did it, theirs, I think, for about the same. And so we're signing, and the people who come up are so nice. I'm like trying to keep focused. So I'm like trying to groove they have music playing in the auditorium. And I'm just like, play some of that good shit. I'm like fucking dancing over here while trying to listen to the music. And like sometimes the music would suck and I'd be like, bro, who the fuck put this shit on, man? So like the entire time I want to make sure that like I'm like focused and like really appreciative of them, because honestly, like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my fans, right? But 3.5 hours is a long fucking time. And usually meet and greets don't go that long. The longest I've ever done is 5 hours. But 5 hours at like an American meet and greet is like a little bit different. At an American meet and greet, it's like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, can you sign this for me? Oh, I've been watching you since Dignitas. I'm like, oh, Dignitas, that's cool. It's been a long time. It's like, yeah, I've been here around a long time. Well, thank you, man. I'm just gonna go, all right, cool, man. Have a good time. Here, it's like, oh my God, during COVID, I was going to die without you. But you and your Among Us stream saved my life. And I'm just like, oh my God, I saved his life during, I didn't even play Among Us. And then they start pulling out stuff. They're like, can you record for my dying grandpa, whose one wish was to have a message from you? And I'm like, yeah, man. It's like 3 hours of that. And so it's like you have to be like very focused, because it's like they're meeting you and it's like their one chance. Not only was the event kind of pricey, so you want to make sure that like they didn't waste money, because like honestly, like the worst thing is like I'm not here to gouge my fans, right? That's fucking bad. But also just like they are very, very passionate. In Disney, there's the psychology of queuing up and the psychology of being in line. And what Disney does is they have a lot of sharp turns, so you cannot see a lot of people in front of you or even the entrance of the line, to try to trick your brain into thinking that you're not going to be in line for a long time. But when I see like 5 hours of people, and people, they can't do anything. They're just sitting there. So they're just looking at me. And anytime I look up, I'm like, signing, okay, yeah, cool, yeah, okay, like pass it up here, thank you so much. I look up and everyone's, hey, hello? Hey, and I'm like, hey man, cool. I did one group, which was like an hour and 30 minutes, and then Toast was scheduled for both. And I turned to him like, you okay, man? He's like, Yeah, I'm okay. So I think he ended up doing like 6.5 hours of signings, and everyone else did about like 3 to 3.5. While I'm doing this, by the way, they are giving gifts, and I was not familiar with their game. Like, I didn't know like what is gift giving. In my career of 10 plus years on Twitch, I think I'm on year 12. I've never at any point in my life received more gifts than the one day I have been there. There are so many gifts. They were fit into 4 giant suitcases, and we had to ship them back with us. 2 or 3 of the suitcases got stopped during the middle of our way back. As we're about to board our airplane, they're like, whoa, we have to check these. And we're just like, no. And you see them opening them. They're like going through like the notes and like pulling them aside. Oh, there's plushies there. Oh, that one was for Jody. Oh, that one was for, and I'm like, fuck, man, you have to rearrange this shit afterwards. Most unique gift, I haven't even seen it. I have not even looked at any of the gifts. The only gift I have on me, actually, I have one gift. It broke during the luggage. So yeah, that's cool. It's fine. We've been in the venue for about 9 hours. And then Jody and Broden are people who rallied. We call them ralliers. So at the end of the night, even if you're fucking tired, they're like, yo, man, it's our last 9 minutes. We gotta fucking go out. And then the organizers were like, yeah, so we got a table at one of the top clubs in the city. You guys gotta go. And I'm like, fine, I'll fucking do it. But anyways, we got to the club. I don't know if this is normally the pick. I'm not gonna say anything about this except for there was a European DJ on stage, a German DJ. It was a night he was there, okay? The music was trash. I'm just gonna fucking say it, bro. I would have preferred a Spotify playlist. As long as the vibes in the club are good, I'd be happy. That vibe was not really there. So we got in and I'm like, bro, the locals aren't even feeling this guy. And like, we're really trying. But like, he's just playing some random shit. It sounds goofy, man. It's fucking just a flute he just throws in there. No melodic shit at all. There's just like some bongo beats and a flute. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not gonna judge Filipino clubs based on that event. I think the locals weren't really into it either. It's probably just like a guest DJ that people didn't vibe well with. Not a big deal. I'd try it again. So we go and we leave. So we end up going to Boracay, and it's a fucking nice ass place. We had a day where we tried the UFO, and let me show you a picture of this UFO. Okay, this is a UFO. Obviously, you're looking at us and you're saying, damn, these guys had a good ass time. It is not for the faint of heart. It's like when you're queuing up for a ranked game online and you find out that you didn't enter normals with your friends. You entered ranked. Let me tell you, the guy thought we were going for a leaderboard record because he was like, zoom, fucking 180 turn, 90 degree, fucking 180, 90 degree, boom. And we're like breaking the fucking sound barrier. There are things to hold on to, okay? I'm holding on for my dear fucking life. Danny can't swim. So he is like death gripping. The guy who's driving us a boat also is taking pictures of us while he's doing it. He's driving with one hand. He's like, ah, hey, smile, good? And we're just like, good. And then he just goes again. After one time, I was like, I'm good, guys. I'm all right. Oh, all the juice there and all the mangoes in this country are insane. So I ate like a billion mango. Bro, like I ate this on the way here. I bought this at the store and I was eating this on the way back. I didn't know how to cut a mango because all I know is where you slice it here and there. I forgot there's a pit in the middle. So I was cutting a mango for Celine and she watches me do it and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, so Celine says stuff where it's like trying to be nice about it, but it's like really judgmental. And like, you're just like, okay, cool. I'm just fucking an insect, not a big deal. So after she says that, I go on my phone sneakily, like to the side, and I start watching how to cut a mango videos. And I cut another one for her. And then she looked at it. She's like, did you watch a video on how to do this? I'm like, no, who would do that? The Philippines, good stuff. We're probably gonna end up going back. I would like to try going back in a time period where I'm not burning my ass off.